Everybody, welcome to Ecuador News. And when will this electricity climate crisis end? When will the blackouts end? So, based on all of the information right now, my prediction is the earliest would be late November, early December. That's a best case scenario. And a worst case scenario is early January. So somewhere in that window, that's when it's most likely to end right now based on all the available information. So let's look and see why that's the case. So the most critical reservoir for hydroelectric power in the country is still very close to the critical level. And as you can see from this chart, we are very much basically treading water, literally, at the critical level. And the reason it can't generate electricity below that, because you'll look at it and say, well, look, it's still, quite high. The issue is if you try to generate electricity when the water level is too low, you get all kinds of sediment in the turbines, and it comes grinding to a halt and causes some pretty serious damage. Although we have had some rains in the Cuenca area, what we really need is at least 10 days of torrential downpours to really have this reservoir rise significantly enough that it would bring down power cuts. So there needs to be another solution, because the normal drought time typically lasts in that area around December, end of December timeframe. So at the beginning, the government's approach was really to find short-term rental measures. They brought a barge in that generates electricity off the coast of Guayaquil. They were going to bring in a second one and a third one, and those have been canceled. I think the government has made an important step in the right direction, realizing that they can't, band-aid this, that they're going to have to diversify the electricity source in Ecuador on a permanent basis, as opposed to trying to put in these stopgap measures. So the government has announced a number of projects that would create 1,164 megawatts, which is significant. The overall demand at its peak in Ecuador is just over 5,000 megawatts. So being able to add 1,100 in the short term is pretty remarkable. Even if they achieve half of this, it would be pretty significant. So 241 megawatts will be coming online by the November timeframe. And they're really counting on these 241 megawatts to help decrease the blackout timeframes. Now, the good news with this is a permanent add-on. It is not a temporary band-aid. These power generation engines will be flown in by Hercules aircraft, and they'll start running November, early December. They are essentially diesel and/or natural gas generators. Now, if we look at this chart, we can see the government is essentially already committed to the blackout timeframes becoming less over the next 3 weeks. What are the odds of this actually happening? I would say probably 60-70%, somewhere in around there. We're not expecting, like, the rain forecasts don't look good, and a lot of these extra power generators aren't coming online until towards the end of November, and we're sort of assuming that they're all going to work immediately, which is probably not the case. And it's probably a good thing that it's gotten this bad, is it really is forcing the government to deal with it properly. And especially with an election next year, they really have no choice if they want to get reelected. They need to be well on their way to solving this crisis, not just for this year, but for years to come, because climate change, as we know, is not going away. And we will be having more droughts, more landslides with too much rain, and everywhere in between. Now, there's also a second group of engines that'll be coming online around the March timeframe, and that's another 410 megawatts, so that's part of the 1600 solution. In addition, there's an old hydroelectric plant that was built in 2011, but never really came online and didn't have the proper maintenance. Quality of construction from the Chinese was very poor. And over time, this has been fixed up. So we're expecting another 204 megawatts coming from that hydroelectric plant in the next, and again, that's sort of, December, January timeframe, with a little bit coming in November. And lastly, they are also looking at a rental as opposed to purchase of 300 megawatts of land-based engines. And again, these will be diesel and gas, and they should be coming online again in that sort of November to January timeframe. So there's a few different solutions that you can put in place for yourself if the inconvenience or is too much, or if you're working from home as a digital nomad and the internet is just so unstable through your cell service. So probably the biggest solution, the cheapest solution, if you want extra power, greater than 2000 watts. So 2000, 3000, 4000 watts and up, you're really, the cheapest short-term solution is really a gas or diesel generator. Obviously, they're noisy. Over the longer term, they have maintenance issues because typically once the solution once we find a solution to the crisis, you're not going to be using the generator. The carb gets all gummed up, and the next time you need it, it won't start. There's issues, and also in a disaster in the future, if you want electricity, you may not have access to diesel or gas. But it is the cheapest way to get a decent amount of energy into your home. Another option is if you're a do-it-yourself person, you can get a deep cell battery and a inverter. And when the blackout is there, you can be able to run your internet. And when the electricity comes back on, you can have a charger that charges that battery back up. That's typically, around a, $250 solution. Hard to come by decent deep cell batteries in Ecuador right now. Lots of people have already bought them, and in many places they're sold out. The solution that I chose and I actually ordered is really a large, back again, is really a large version of this. So this is a solar power generator, and it has the plugs. We've talked about this before, but I purchased one which is much bigger. Had to order it. It's not coming anytime soon. And it is probably the most expensive in the short term, but is one of the cheapest in the longer term. So if you think we're going to have these on a regular basis, or you want to be prepared for any type of emergency, whether it's a landslide or whether it's something else, that's something that you may want to look at. Cost is around, $1,500. The one that I bought is an EcoFlow Delta 2 Max, and it provides just over 2000 watts. And of course, you can be, the same time you're using the wattage, it can be solar powered, charging that battery up, or you can even have another battery charging it up to give you a longer time frame. Of course, all the money is up front, and after that, it's essentially free electricity through solar. And the battery in it is a lithium iron phosphate, which is much more safer than lithium ion. The lithium iron phosphate is a new type of technology, allows you to go right down to zero on the battery. So you may want to look at that. There's really no perfect solution. It depends on sort of what your requirements are and you can research all of those solutions on the internet. I moved a little slow. I wish I would have moved faster. I was researching for too long, and basically anything that I wanted to purchase is sold out. So you have to order them now. The good news with the with many of these items is that they're very similar to the price in the US. So you're not overpaying. If this would have happened in Ecuador, everyone would have raised the prices, or if this would have happened in Canada, everyone would have raised the prices significantly because there's a shortage of them. I know that happened to a smaller extent in Ecuador, but I was able to get this EcoFlow Delta 2 Max for the same price as if I was in the United States right now. Anyway, that's about it for today. Good luck, everybody, and live the life you love. Oh yeah, almost forgot one last thing. If you're a woman and you want to hang out with Chris for a weekend and Jess from Travel with Jess and Josh, they have a women's weekend all lined up, and you can get all kinds of information in this next clip following right now.
Hey guys, Chris here from Chris and Mike, and I just wanted to let you guys know that we're doing something a little different, and I'm advertising it on our YouTube channel. And a friend of mine, she's advertising it on her YouTube channel as well. So what we've done is we have basically made the best ladies weekend in the world, and we're going to advertise it on our channels. So you got to check out this clip. Hey guys, for those of you who don't know us, I am Chris from Chris and Mike.
And I am Jess from Travel with Josh and Jess.
And we have put together an amazing ladies weekend.
Women's getaway
Yeah.
right here in local San Jose.
Yeah, so it's going to be at the Semi Lodge, which is nice, peaceful, tranquil.
Beautiful lodge and spa,
Yeah.
nestled up here in the mountains right above San Jose.
So it's a beautiful spot. And
Very-
we have some really cool activities. Like some of our activities we have will be a photo shoot.
Ooh,
So-
you can go glamour shot or
Yep.
maybe even a boudoir shoot.
Maybe, who knows? We also have massage happening.
Yes, we have face treatments
Makeup.
and pedicures.
Yes.
Some stylists. A little bit of chakra balancing.
That's right.
Yeah.
We also have a cooking class that we have an Ecuadorian cuisine that they will be
Yes.
preparing with us, and we get to eat it, of course.
Of course, and it'll be delicious, you know it
Yep.
will.
We have games,
Games, we have a
Dancing.
sound bath, we have meditation.
we have ladies dancing. So we have fire
Ooh.
dancers, a little belly dancing for your pleasure.
Yeah, you might even be able to learn some moves.
They're going to teach us how to do the
Yeah,
moves,
do
ladies.
some-
So it's a really fun weekend. It'll be November 22nd to the 24th.
24th.
And all activities, meals, and accommodations are included. If you don't want to stay here because you live in the local area, then
We have a
special
special rate for
price for
locals.
that too.
Yep.
So we'll put some information out there for you, and you guys need to give Samaya a call
Yeah.
and register.
Get in on this. It's going to be an amazing weekend. I mean, come on. I mean, you get to hang out with us.
Yeah.
It'll be
Yeah.
awesome.
All right.
Come join us. We hope to see you there. All inclusive. The only thing that's extra is your cocktails, which
Yeah.
there will be a few of those for those who wish to imbibe.
I might, just might not.
I
but
might not,
I
but you
am.
know what? Chris likes her vino. So.
I do. I like my vino. So, and we will be there.
Yes, we'll be there all weekend with lots of laughter, lots
Yeah.
of fun, lots of amazing women, just enjoying a relaxing, but a little bit of energy in there too, a little bit
Yeah.
of fun, little bit of fun and joy. So
And
come join
almost
us.
all the activities that we have planned are from local people here.
Yep, all local practitioners and vendors. We are all about supporting our local businesses.
Yeah.
So yeah, 100% local.
And we're not making any money. Jess and I.
No, this is not. This is
We're not making anything.
strictly for.
We just want to have a good time. So we're getting the party started. So if you guys are interested, get your butts registering. We'll put the number below.
To register, contact Tanya at 0994621316. For more information, contact Chris or Jess on WhatsApp